Sure looks that way.
Done that? Okay. All right, Bill. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Thank you very much for being on the program, buddy. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you, too.
You
Bye.
bet. Bye.
He raised a very good point and something that I'm sure you'll agree with, and this is probably why this is one of the reasons you can't stomach the NBA. A prevailing notion in the United States right now, in my opinion, and you've seen it in the world of celebrity, particularly in the two mediums of the NFL and the NBA, is that we are a very self-centered, narcissistic culture, and that the greed of organizations to market players has developed this kind of like I'm my own brand kind of thing, which to an extent is true, but a lot of that was shaped by players putting themselves, like Bill said, above their team. He in his eye, and I'm sure you agree, and it's probably a reason that you don't watch a lot of NBA, is that these players are just too self-centered.
No doubt about it. So we'll carry that thought another time. But meanwhile, we welcome Xavier McKnight, the closer to the program. And Xavier, welcome back to the Sports Exchange.
As always, Scott, Lewis, it's good to meet you guys as always.
What's going on, boy?
So, all right. Anyways, Brett Favre is normally known for waffling, but obviously you did today. But we'll carry it over on Thursday, what the original idea was. So, what do we do today, or talking about today?
Well, it was the talk of the college football world this weekend, and let's get into it.
Go ahead.
Despite Joe Burrow having another phenomenal performance, despite Jalen Hurts leading an improbable 28-3 comeback for Oklahoma, the talk of the college football world this weekend was all on Tua Tagovailoa, who suffered a season-ending hip injury in Alabama's game against Mississippi State on Saturday, a game in which the Tide were leading 35-7, a game in which he had no business playing in the first place. Now, Scott, Lewis, Chris Bosh, former NBA player with the Miami Heat, as far as I'm concerned, Chris Bosh is a legend, two-time NBA champion, 10-time All-Star. He did a video on Facebook earlier, and he was talking about how where were the adults at Alabama to help this young man make a better decision.
Right.
And here's how I feel about this. The lasting image for me in the LSU and Alabama game was not Joe Burrow's putting together a Heisman-worthy performance. Because we know Joe Burrow is special. We know that he has come in, he's taken the reins, and he will be the number one overall pick, barring any injuries to him as well. The lasting image for me were the closing seconds of the game, and the camera pans over to Alabama's sideline, and what I see is Tua Tagovailoa up and limping very heavily. And Scott and Lewis, I'm not kidding when I say this. The first thought that came to my mind when I saw that image, this should be the last college football game we ever see Tua Tagovailoa play.
Well, it will be.
And of course, you had everybody else who was out there. Oh no, he threw the ball very well. Oh no, they fought very hard. He played like a warrior. He did this. He did that. No. I remained on my thought. This needs to be the last college football game he played. Because he honestly had no business playing in the game anyway. Despite leading an almost comeback victory over LSU, despite throwing the football well late in the game, from kickoff to finish, he never looked right to me. He never looked right. And I wasn't looking at the interceptions that he threw earlier in the game or anything like that. I was looking at how he simply was moving around in the pocket and how he simply was moving when he was scrambling with the football. His foot kept getting stuck in the dirt.
Right.
And this is the same foot in which he had just had surgery for a high ankle sprain. And he comes back 3 weeks later from this high ankle sprain. And now we go into the Mississippi State game, and all I'm hearing leading up to the game, Tua looked good in practice this strong in practice this week. Yeah, he's definitely going to play, and he's definitely going to start against Mississippi State. And I'm sitting there the entire week, and I'm like, this is not a good decision. This is not a good decision on the part of Alabama. Someone in Tua's circle needs to step in. They need to convince him not to play. And you're up 35-7 with this banged-up quarterback in the game. See, Nick Saban can't justify this for me. He can't justify this, and no one in Alabama can justify this. You were up 35-7 in the second quarter. And here's your response to all of this. This was actually going to be his last possession of the game. We were going to go into the 2-minute offense, the 2-minute drill, and that was going to be it for him for the remainder of the afternoon. You were up 35-7 in the second quarter against a team that was not going to come back on you. They never served as a threat to you, and you still had him in the game, knowing that he came into this game beat up, nicked up, hobbling, had no business playing. And what ends up happening? He ends up getting sacked, he ends up getting tackled, and he ends up with a hip injury that's very similar to the same hip injury that ended the career of the phenomenal Bo Jackson.
Right. Yeah, that's...
See, for me, I know that we've all had our issues with Kevin Durant talking.
Right.
But this is right up there with the Golden State Warriors playing Kevin Durant in Game 5 of the NBA Finals, knowing he had no business on the floor. I don't care about Kevin Durant coming out here and saying, I was going to play no matter what anyway. No, it did not have to go down like that. The doctors, the team doctors, these teams, and this is the part that absolutely gets me with this. If you really had the best interest of the player and the person at heart, you would not have cleared him to go out there and play basketball. And if Alabama had the best interest of Tua at heart, they would not have allowed him to come on that field on Saturday. They would not have cleared him against LSU. But if you saw the image that I saw to close out the LSU and Alabama game, he would not have been out there on that field the next week or any other week leading up to this. So what was all of this about? Oh, it's very simple. We're still in the college football playoff hunt, and we're Alabama, and we're about nothing but championship. This is absolutely disgusting on the part of Alabama. This is disgusting on the part of Nick Saban. This is disgusting on the part of the Crimson Tide training and medical staff. And I hope they remain out of the college football playoff hunt for the remainder of this season because they don't deserve to make it in. I don't care if they win out.
Right.
You know, I'm letting the human side of me come out here now. I hope they go from number 5 and continue to fall down even further in the rankings. I'm waiting for the game against Auburn to close out the season. And I hope that Auburn goes in and they beat them and they officially eliminate Alabama from the college football playoff ranking. Because this was absolutely disgusting. This is another play of university and organizations, whether they're collegiate or whether they're professional, putting what they feel is best for the team as opposed to what's best for the player. And it's very easy, Scott, for people to come out here and say, well, I have an issue with players not playing in bowl games because they want to sit out and rest for the NFL draft or get ready for whatever. Yeah, they should do that. It's their future. You're not the person who's going to sit there and pay their medical bills. You're not going to finance this person's future going forward.
Right.
So I applaud all of the players who have sat out. I applaud the players who will sit out going forward.
Right.
And this was a very unfortunate situation that happened with Tua Tagovailoa. And I really wish that I had ended up being the person right in all of this when I said in that moment, watching him limp on that sideline against LSU and Alabama, this needs to be the last college football playoff game he was playing. What was he still playing for? Playing for a championship? He delivered that to you before.
Right.
What? Winning a Heisman? He doesn't need a Heisman. He was going to be a top 3 draft pick no matter what anyway.
Right.
Sit down, rest, and get ready for the NFL draft. And that's not what happened here. And you have this injury that happened. And, of course, you know, we heard earlier today, well, he underwent successful surgery and he is expected to make a full recovery. And I'm not going to doubt the prognosis and the advantages of technology now as opposed to how they were 30 years ago when Bo Jackson was injured. But that's still a risk that you don't actually out there on the floor. Now, Scott, Lewis, the floor is yours. As you can see, I'm really fired up about this tonight.
Well, you're fired up because you're right. I mean, really, the guy's done everything on the planet. So I like the fact that you brought the Kevin Durant example in. That was really, really, really good. I don't believe that you put a guy in there before he's ready to come back. I just don't believe it. Who's responsible for it? I mean, Nick Saban obviously made the call. If a guy's not at 100%, sit the guy down. 100% sit the guy down. Now, I never used to like watching guys skip bowl games. I really never liked to see that at all, and I still don't to some extent, okay? Because that's an opportunity when you get to a bowl game to go out there and get more film for the pros. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
And they send a lot of scouts to those games. So that I might have a problem with. But to put a guy out there when he is not 100% or anywhere close, you don't. Now the question really lies in this whole thing, though, Xavier, is this. Okay, Jalen Hurts looks awfully smart, doesn't he? That he left Alabama to go to Oklahoma. How does that move look? Think about
it. Definitely moving in further of Jalen Hurts because he's with a quarterback guru now in Lane Kiffin, who not Lane Kiffin, Lincoln Riley.
That's right.
Me.
That's
Lincoln
okay.
Riley, who he's now with at Oklahoma, who we saw what he did for Baker Mayfield, we saw what he did for Kyler Murray, and he's going to do some very similar things for Jalen Hurts.
Right. Yeah. Again, and then it brings up another thing that will probably open up in another program, and that's this. Okay. First of all, to me, when you look at players being paid for their likeness, this probably reinforces the fact that you really want to see that happen a little quicker, because now you wonder about the financial implications that take place as a result of all this. You know what I mean? And that's something that we'll get into.
I definitely agree with you on that, because now here are the other questions that come into play here. Is Alabama going to pay for the expenses of all of this?
Right. I agree. Well, who knows?
I want to read you something really quickly before Lewis chimes in here.
That's fine.
On what Nick Saban had to say today in regards to Tua Tagovailoa surgery. That Tua's prognosis is excellent, and we expect him to make a full recovery. He will return to Tuscaloosa in the next several days to begin his rehab. Now, that was actually said by Alabama orthopedic surgeon Dr. Lyle Kane. Now, let me take you to Nick Saban's comment when he was asked by a reporter earlier about if he had any regrets about playing Tua in this game, especially when they had a 35-7 lead. And then I want Lewis's thoughts on this. This is what Nick Saban said. Not at all. The guy was healthy. He didn't have a problem with his ankle. And it certainly didn't look like he had a problem with his ankle, which would have been the only reason not to play him in the game. It's an SEC game. Typically, you play the best players on your team at every position. So why wouldn't you play him? If I knew he was going to get hurt, I wouldn't have played him. My only question is this. What the hell were you watching at the end of the game last week? Because I know what my eyes saw. My eyes saw Tua heavily limping on the sideline as a result of that ankle injury that he was still suffering from. Now, the hip, ankle, two totally different injuries. The fact of the matter is he was banged up coming into this game.
So, Xavier, I can't agree with you anymore because I don't know if you saw his comments heading into the half, or this may have been during the third or fourth quarter, but the comments that he made to a sideline reporter are what really upset me about this, because I know a lot of people were projecting him to be a number one overall pick. He did pretty much everything you can do as a college football quarterback. Obviously, he won the national championship. He was a runner-up for the Heisman. But his comments, and I'm paraphrasing, but they were on the lines of this. I don't care about my guys getting hurt. That's not something that goes through my mind. And he follows that up with, what I care about is winning football games. What that